arrived at the border.
I'm okay with that. That's important.
Faffing around. It's suddenly risen. It looks like something out of a porn movie, doesn't it? She looks quizzical. We're off to Laos. It is Friday morning. Got to the vet office at 7:45 and it's now 8:30 and we're leaving on this makeshift truck. And we're heading to the bus station to get on the normal bus to go to Laos, which is 7 hours away, 7.5 hours away. So we've got a long day, and yeah, it's probably going to be quite eventful. We need to get through the border here, go across the land, and get into Laos. And we have to pay extra money to the guys on the border crossing because they like a little bribe. So at the moment the price is $40 visa on arrival, plus a couple of dollars to leave Cambodia and a couple of dollars to enter Laos. So it's probably going to cost $44 to get into Laos.
Probably more.
Yeah. E-visa I think is $30. But this border crossing apparently doesn't accept the e-visa.
Of course.
They only accept money, dollars. So yeah.
Take the plane.
Take the plane, yeah, it's good advice. The plane from Siem Reap to Vientiane is actually quite expensive. That's why, and the bus is costing $38, $37, $38.
Take the plane.
Take the plane. Victor's advice.
Take the plane, definitely.
Yeah. Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Big World Cinema. Without further ado, we'll continue with what you're here for. Actually, when we'd looked at flights to Laos a week earlier, they were coming up at around $200. We like to be quite flexible with our movements and not pinning ourselves down to tight schedules, but flying from Siem Reap to Vientiane is an expensive journey no matter how far in advance you book it. So we decided to take the bus to Laos instead and stagger our journey by stopping off at different places on the way to Vientiane. I'm not keen on taking long bus or train journeys anymore. 5 hours maximum really nowadays. But we were advised this journey to Don Det, situated just over the Laos border, would take around 7.5 hours, arriving around 4:30 p.m.
I'm okay with that. That's important.
This is the Wi-Fi on the bus from the bus's internet. 1.03, 3.6 upload. So I'll be uploading a YouTube video today. And this is from my mobile SIM card. So quite a lot of leg space and a footrest. So this image looks like the Joker. It's 9:20 and we're still waiting to depart. Say something interesting.
Fuck off, Big World Cinema.
Thank you. And we're off, 9:20. We have snacks, milk and croissant. We'd each booked a window seat in advance, but whilst I was boarding, the conductor had given one of our seats to a Lao family, so we'd had to sit together. Fortunately, quite early in the journey, they got off, so we were able to have a double seat each to ourselves. The bus with toilet and Wi-Fi on board was super comfortable, however, so I never felt discomfort travelling for all that time. In fact, it was one of the most comfortable buses I've ever travelled on. Pretty soon after we departed, we were shown a menu of 5 items and asked to choose what we wanted for lunch. Around 1 p.m, on arriving at a pit stop, we were told we'd take our lunch here, but that literally meant that we'd take our lunch from the pit stop and eat on the bus. It was also an opportunity to take a dump if you needed to, as only peeing was allowed on board the bus toilet. So this is my lunch, noodles with chicken, or maybe it's this way round. We didn't stop again until the border. We actually drove pretty close to the border in conflict with the Thais, as there were a few military checkpoints along the way.
And the papers.
And the papers. It's around 3:30, we just arrived at the border. Let's go and see how long this takes to clear immigration on this side and then go through to Laos. Backpackers have arrived. I've been reading reviews online, and apparently by using VET, Viret Buntam Express Cambodia bus company, I'm not sponsoring them, but you do get a better service and you do get left alone. You're not going to get hassled for $2 extortion fees. It's 4:15 and we're back on the bus, having got our exit stamp from Cambodia, now going off to the Laos border. Let's see how long this takes. So it's 5 p.m. We are now in Laos. So we've decided to not go to 4,000 Islands and we're going straight on to Pakse. So we paid an extra $7.50 to continue on to Pakse, which will save us a day rather than staying overnight in 4,000 Islands, faffing around. So yeah, we're going straight to Pakse instead. As soon as we'd entered Laos, the roads had gotten a lot worse. You could feel the bus shuddering as it navigated over the potholes on the dodgy road surface. Since starting this bus journey, we realised that too many stop-offs in Laos was going to be tiresome, so we decided to give 4,000 Islands a miss and continue to Pakse instead, where the bus would be terminating. Even though Jet were arranging transportation to the islands, seeing the backpackers getting off in the darkness after 6, it felt like we'd made the right decision to head straight to Pakse instead, which took a further 2 hours to reach on the dodgy roads. By then, we'd been travelling over 10.5 hours. I shall talk more about the border crossing experience later. So this is where the bus arrives here, which is next to Friendship Mall. As soon as you walk in, you have a big fridge and there's a kettle, hairdryer, which I've been using regularly, a nice desk. It looks like something out of a porn movie, doesn't it? And then a bed, nice big bed, wardrobe with hangers. So bathroom, look at this. Got my own jacuzzi. Toilet. This is really weird, isn't it? How the toilet is brought away from the wall like that. And the toilet paper is... How do you reach that when you're on the john? Bum gun, brilliant. And the drainage for this, it just goes all over the floor. Anyway, stop criticising. A nice little shelf for your toiletries and a basin. We seem to be in a British pub. Everyone around here sounds like they're from England. So 32,000 kit for a big bottle, which is just over £1. Cheers. Tastes good. What have you got?
Beef burger.
Beef burger. Victor's got a beef burger. Our first Lao meal.
We're in a French restaurant.
Yeah, French restaurant. Beef burger, fries. I think I've got chicken burger with curry sauce and fries. Bon appetit! Just after 7:30 in the morning. It's 21 degrees and it feels a little bit fresh. I mean, I'm looking out on the street and people are covered up, they've got layers on, so it's obviously cold to them. And it feels a little bit cold to me as well. Shared balcony, but you get your own area. So there's Victor's balcony down there. And that's my table outside my room. The other way I have a few more chairs. And then the balcony continues down there. But look at this view. Telephone wires, brilliant. It's now around 8 o'clock in the morning. There's very few people about. It is quite hot now. It's suddenly risen from 21 degrees to about 28. What a lovely Riverside Walk. The border crossings had gone pretty smoothly after all. On the journey I'd read reviews by travellers who'd been scammed $2 at each crossing. Those refusing to pay had their passports held for some time, whilst other travellers who'd paid the $2 fee were ushered straight through. One couple who refused had their passports stamped with an exit clearance, but after crossing no man's land to the next border, the exit stamp they'd been given wasn't legitimate, so they needed to return to the border where they'd come from, pay the $2 and get the proper stamp issued. It's funny how people stress over $2. Just pay it and be done. Don't stress yourself over their scamming. It's pittance, really, if you look at the bigger picture. Travelling as a big group of passengers is probably more beneficial than travelling as an individual whilst doing these border crossings. Although there are some negative reviews online, I didn't find any problems with the jet company. In fact, I think it made a big difference travelling with jet, as if the border officials knew not to mess anyone who was wearing a jet lanyard. With the jet representative alongside us at all times, telling us which counter to go to next. Even the kids at the border taking the passport photos only asked for $2 from each of us for the 2 passport photographs they took. By the way, you only need one. Cafe Sanook beneath the boutique hotel. I love a boutique hotel. Like some great buildings here. I'm just buying a SIM. I'm at JK Mobile. So it's 150,000 kit for the SIM and 50,000 kit for the data. And the lady is installing it for me, hopefully. She looks quizzical. And here's some little fishies in the tank. It's great to see a public toilet with toilet paper. But don't put your toilet paper down the bog, nor standing or sitting on the toilet seat. Great name for a burger chain, Burger Wang. It's got Barcelona! Barcelona! If you're new to this channel, my name's Philip, I'm from the UK, I've been travelling for almost 6 years now. If you want to stay connected with my travels across the globe, I think you need to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you. this is big noodle soup with chicken. This was 50,000 kit, which is around $2. $1.60. There's actually a decent amount of chicken here. The other day when I had shredded chicken soup in Cambodia, there was little chicken, but it looks like a lot of chicken here. My new hotel, only $47 per night. After the first night in Pakse, Victor had got up and booked a flight later in the day for Vientiane. I can't move that quickly anymore. I'd rather stay in a place for at least 4 nights now. The hotel I stayed in was great, but Pakse doesn't really offer much. So after staying there for 2 nights, I booked a flight to Vientiane anyway on the Lao Airlines website for 70 quid or $92. Just leaving Pakse, leaving my hotel after 2 nights and heading for the airport. So it's quite a small city. There's not really that much here. Seems to be a lot of foreigners here stopping off before they head either north or south. So yeah, it was nice staying here for a couple of days just to see how it is. Lots of money. Nice uniform. He has a nice uniform on. With the same colour as the car. Cup tie. The check-in hall doesn't look to be active at the moment. So there's not much to Pakse Airport, apart from a few shops. Coffee shop. It's a restaurant upstairs and an observation terrace, whatever that means. I need to try this one, Beer Lao White. It looks pretty good. 30,000. Or is 30,000 for the gold? Not too sure. Let's see if I can get a date with a lady from Laos. Hello, lady from Laos. You look lovely. Want to come out on a date with Big World Cinema? Think about it.
Just a quick reminder to please click the thumbs up button if you liked the video, or thumbs down button if you didn't. Obviously. Thank you.
10 to 1, just boarding the flight to Vientiane. It's very hot out here, 10 to 1 in the afternoon. Sorry. It's one of those planes with 2 seats on one side of the aisle and 3 seats on the other side of the aisle. I've not done that before. I've done 2 seats on the other side, 1 seat on the other side, but never a 2 and a 3.
You've been watching Uncle, the man from Big World Cinema. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends.